Located in northern Ontario, we discovered this house tucked away along the back roads of a quiet rural community. Isolated from any major cities, this property sits untouched with its power still running and everything still inside. Out of all the abandoned houses I've explored over the years, this location is easily my favorite, and I don't know if we'll ever be able to find anything quite like it again.
No way.
So today we're going on a bit of a longer journey, and when we go on these long trips, I like to try and optimize my time during the long car ride. I was fortunate enough to have today's video sponsored by an app that I already use, called Babbel, the language learning app. I use Babbel to brush up on my Italian skills so that my father doesn't disown me. Babbel is the #1 language learning app in the world with over 10 million subscriptions worldwide. Babbel prepares you for real-life situations, teaching you scenarios that you'd actually use if you were in that country, such as "Ciao bella, come stai?", which means "Hello beautiful, how are you?" And I feel like that's something I'd want in my back pocket if I were to ever travel to Italy. Babbel's language courses are carefully constructed by people with real experience teaching languages, unlike competitors that use machine learning or AI to teach their courses. I mean, if I was learning a language, I wouldn't want Skynet as my instructor, am I right? The app has a very clean interface with no annoying ads, making it simple and easy to understand. So there really is no other alternative I'd choose. Get 50% off a 6-month Babbel subscription now by clicking the link in the description below. What are you waiting for?
Stepping through the front door felt like a walk back in time to the 70s. With the house having no major furnishing or remodeling changes, it looked identical to the way it was when it was constructed back in 1972.
Here, and we're ready.
Let's
no
go.
way this place has power, man.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Here, wait, turn that off. We don't want to... Just, I'll turn on my... Oh my... The power... Oh my god.
That's insane. Already one of the coolest places we found just based on having power.
Yeah, that is a rare find for an explorer. But look at this wallpaper and bathroom. And
Yeah.
the gilding on the mirror there, this looks like straight out of the 70s. Oh wow. This is quite literally an untouched time capsule house.
Literally looks like the guy just left yesterday. Jacket's still here on the rocking chair.
Yeah. Oh my. Look at this place.
Look, that's the front entrance.
Oh
The
yeah.
house. An action shot of some granule salt, I'm assuming.
The front steps.
Interesting. Honestly, see, those are so overgrown. I mean, you'll see in the exterior shots, but I don't
Yeah.
even recognize those.
That's probably when they just laid their new walkway there.
Right, yeah.
So the guy in this house was a clockmaker, so you're gonna see lots of unique clocks. This was probably like a custom handmade piece that he made. You can see the wooden gears and stuff that would turn. It looks like there's another piece that would go here. You can see the intricacy of it. And here's a clock we definitely know he made because it's a puzzle.
We have power.
Okay, turn it off. That's annoying. Doilies that lined the top of the table here. And this... Oh, it's like a CD and cassette holder. Oh, there's VHSs in here.
Oh, does he have Jurassic Park?
It was at this moment that we had the idea to try and see if we could get any of the tapes working on the VHS player to get a deeper look into this house's past.
Okay, so that screen comes up. TV video select maybe. We're getting somewhere. Video 2. No way! Did we just get it?
Let's go.
John is doing the right thing by taking care of all this now.
Check out what's on there.
Beautiful.
This is one of the rare times where we can actually see like what's on somebody's VHS or what's on somebody's recordings here.
Yeah, it's usually just speculation, right? But now we can see right into their lives. Oh,
Oh, this is like home video. That's literally right over there.
oh my God. That's why there's that's so now we have a an owner of those dog toys that saw on the ground walking in. Wow, this is surreal, eh?
This is
Just to
so,
be in the exact same spot.
It's actually so sad, like seeing like the life that went on in this house versus like what it is now.
Here, up the volume just in case it's a little quiet.
What do you got?
Oh, you hear a cuckoo clock going off in the background.
One solid brass candle holder, one pair of mini candles. Instructions, choose from the following. Send husband out with the kids. Someone else will get dinner started.
Wow.
That's literally over here. So they did have their dining room set up like that before, their dining room table.
Favorite tape. 3 draw bath. 4 add bath crystals or oil pearl. 5 light candles. 6 pour glass of wine optional. 7 relaxing.
This is unreal.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
You can kind of recognize some of these faces from the wedding photos.
Yeah. Oh my God, it really puts into perspective.
Wow.
It makes it real seeing it like this.
Sincerely. Oh right, yeah, they're opening Christmas presents. Here, play it. What did you get?
This pop gun right.
For dinner. To wear it. Somewhere to wear it.
Well, that was the other thing, John, I was telling you about the
You go with that because
clock
they're
repair, eh? My wife and I
So that's why I thought, well, that's why I didn't wear
had a
out.
real nice dinner
So
out
the meeting comes on January the 20th.
for a couple clocks I repaired.
There's the man himself.
Yeah, the clockmaker.
We had a roast beef dinner, really good.
They wanted to go. Yeah. And they said that they would take us
Oh,
if Dad was wrong. But I found out that I didn't know, there's no sales tax in England.
Well, they have that though.
very nice. Yeah, I just put my, the one you gave me last year, I just hung it up in the closet, I had it on this morning. So there isn't enough days in the year to wear them all. Thank you very much.
Today is one of those super surreal locations that you find maybe once or twice a year, where everything is quite literally left behind, and the only thing that to come into this house is like the odd raccoon or cobwebs, and it looks like the owners just like wandered out one day and never came back. Sadly, that isn't the case for this location. The gentleman who lived here, and as you can see, this video was actually taken in this very room, like where I'm sitting right now. That's the chandelier above me. This gentleman was a clockmaker for a living, and after his wife passed, he lived alone for several years until he eventually passed away in 2011. This house has sat pretty much abandoned ever since for almost 10 years, just quietly sitting here with all the possessions, all this man's life, all these people's life, just sitting here waiting to be discovered by someone. And today we're going to take you through this house and see some of this man's treasures and just enjoy his life again.
By the looks of it, he was a very cheerful old man. We found several brochures for retirement homes laying on a few of the tables, but from the amount of clothing and possessions left inside the house, it would appear that he passed before he could move into one.
See, this is a little bit sad here, but you can see this side of the couch is worn down a lot. So in the later years when he was living by himself, I assume, you know, lots of old guys have their spot, right? That's probably where he sat, worked on refurbishing clocks, watching TV, just spending his last few days.
We're making our way into what was their kitchen, which is straight out of the 70s and a complete time capsule. I mean, look at this place. They got a fridge and a freezer and all these old appliances. Look at this old dishwasher.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god, it turns on.
Oh, turn it off.
See if there's dishes. No dishes inside, but that's so cool.
Wow, the fact that just turned on right away, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the same thing with the stove, seeing as the
Yeah, please don't turn any of the burners on.
Yeah, of course.
Look, they had these fruit covers that would cover the ranges, so that you couldn't get anything in there, or there wouldn't get dust in there or build up.
And look, the cupboards. So stocked up. Looks like some seasonings in here.
Yeah.
Dried things.
Looks like they could have just. We could probably make a meal right now if we wanted
If
to.
we wanted to, yeah. Sensations.
I bet you that can is still good of
What
Campbell's.
were we thinking? Yeah.
Oh.
Some adobo. Nope, June 16, 2012.
Oh.
Little Toshiba microwave still plugged in.
Yeah, still plugged in, still working, as with the theme of much of this house. And it looks like we got some more kitchen appliances, like an old blender. Is that a dehydrator, maybe?
There's a fryer.
And a super fryer. And then like pasta presses. And various other cookbooks and appliances in the bottom here.
Might as well utilize the power.
I keep forgetting this place has power.
Yeah, I mean it's not typical, right? Wow,
Yeah.
look at that. All of their
Full plate set and everything.
all their Tupperware plates, everything's still here. That's
Jeez.
awesome.
Every single drawer, like, is that every single drawer in this kitchen is still fully stocked,
Yeah.
just the way they left it.
Just as is.
Full with cooking utensils, appliances. This is like a full kitchen right here. The top of the fridge still has chips in the bag here, so I can
Right,
only
yeah.
imagine what's inside of these fridges and freezers here.
I'm gonna be at a healthy distance. You can
Oh my
you can be on
god.
the front lines opening them up. I hate this so much.
All right, we got a nice Royal Inkless Royal 7000 refrigerator and an Inkless freezer. And these are very nice models, I've heard. And I've heard that they hold their own, and it's probably still refrigerating everything as we speak. I think we're going to open it up, and there's nothing's going to be rotted. Please,
Oh my God.
don't be smelly. Oh, not too bad. Empty. Fairly
Okay.
clean. That's a good sign. Good start.
Okay.
Please don't be smelly.
Oh, thank God.
2 for 2.
Still worried about that delayed smell.
The freezer. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. It's the last one here. I think it's probably because of those two. It's probably gonna be empty. So please don't be smelly. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, what was in there? Second floor here. And it looks like that leads down into the basement area, so we'll save that for last. But oh my, just everything left behind. Thing and the standard encyclopedias.
Yeah, that's pretty commonplace in a lot of these abandoned places, right?
Yeah, well back then, like, they didn't have the internet, so they just had
Right.
the encyclopedia.
Here's a washroom.
That's actually a pretty big washroom.
Yeah, nice walk-in.
Considering.
Look at the wallpaper with like the peacock feathering and the old blue.
Oh, that's awesome. I just love the, yeah, exactly, like you're saying, the old pastel blue. You can see the old glass sliding door here. The towels left to dry still.
Fuzzy toilet cover. That's old school.
Yeah, sign of the times.
That's crazy. That literally, like, everything's just left behind. There's this old razor. It's so sad to see everything here. He has old Chanel cologne.
Chanel number 5.
Jeez. The bathroom leads into this, like, fully kept master bedroom.
Yeah, I think it's his, it would have been his bedroom, right?
Yeah. The bed's still made and everything.
Interesting. What's this little box?
It's like a pill box. Oh, it has a rosaries inside of it.
Right.
Because they were religious.
Mm-hmm.
Drawers are still stocked with linens. And like clothes. Probably as he was getting older, he needed to have a bell he could ring to call someone if he needed something. R.O. Schmidt, Fine Arts. October 18th to 19th, 2003. Price guide. Some photos here. Oh, looks like an anniversary. An old like cutout of different clocks. Moving on to the next room here, and it looks like it's just as kept as the previous room.
Nearly.
This old suitcase here. Oh, it even had like a little mirror, so like a girl could have like a little vanity, a little pop-up vanity. Looks like they have a toothbrush. What were the dates? January 96.
Weren't even born.
24 years ago. It's probably the last time they used this. Look at this vanity. This old vanity with that lamp of like a child that's been bronzed. They have all these herbs and like
potpourri.
Yeah, maybe it was like before like incense they would burn those herbs and it would smell nice. I don't know. They're all like categorized in these little bags here. Look at this old photograph.
Oh wow. Dang, that's, I mean, is there any chance there's a date of some sort?
Your something mother. So maybe it's like their family.
Oh, it's listing who it was, right.
The family that lived in this house consisted of a mother, father, and their daughter. Seeing as we couldn't find much information on the daughter's current state, it's likely that she's still alive and moved away long ago.
Pages printed off. On the car, it looks like he was going to buy.
Lincoln Continental.
Alright, so now we're heading downstairs. And is that the property? I think that's a photo of the house actually. It looks like they had some like farmland here, maybe some vineyards or something.
Yeah, right now, I mean, the only thing that's really recognizable
is the road in the back porch.
Oh my
God,
look at that.
Is that his car?
Remember we saw upstairs there was that Lincoln Continental he was looking at. I guess he bought it.
Oh my God, yeah, it's right here. The story comes full circle. Jeez. I mean, I don't want to look for them, but I guarantee you the keys are probably somewhere in here. This is crazy. And look at his old workbench here. He had so many just tools. You could clearly see this man liked to work with his hands.
he was chopping up some of the wood, carving it. He probably used this for his clocks. You can see there's like grooves and stuff where he cut out and probably worked it. There's some clock pieces he was working on. Different accents, like this probably would have been the top of the clock. Look at that Molson export sign that he probably made. Oh my god, Ty.
Wow.
Look at this. It's like his old workshop and like everything left behind. L&R Varimatic. Hold to high.
Hold into high.
Manufacturing company. Oh, what it is.
Oh, that I love that font though.
Yeah.
Very 50s. If anybody knows what that is, let us know in the comments.
Here's some more of his tools here. Various things. Paint thinner. So maybe this machine was for like a varnish applicator or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe he did it to apply to his clocks.
It's looking like this was the main clock workshop. What we had over there seemed to be working on cars and
Other bits.
woodwork, but this seems to be the
Where you do the actual tinkering.
yeah.
Oh, this is so neat. Look, he had his like little light there where he'd look and he probably was a light with like a magnifying glass. And he would look and do like the fine inner workings of the...
Right.
Careful. You can see just how intricate it was. And here, flip over the back. I think you can see all the gears. You can see everything moving around. This looks like it's an old like spring from a clock here. And then you have like the short hands or whatever on this like magnetic strip that he has here. And he wrote different things. It's like Hermley grandfather. Different measurements.
114 centimeter pendulum, 42.5 inch to something.
Kathy or Bob of Tor suspension. Looks like that was maybe like the plans for a clock that he's been building or something.
Yeah.
You'd have to have such like steady hands and fine precision accuracy to be able to tune and create clocks like this. And you can see.
I love this. Look at this little piece of artwork. I made mine collecting clocks.
I'll put the bells on and see if we can get it to clang once or twice here. That's another one going behind me. We'll wait till it stops and then carry on with this one. I now have the movement turned around. This is the view from the back with the two bells removed. I'll put the bells back on and then we'll turn it around and see how they operate. We now have it turned around and the bells back on, so we'll move it around slowly to get each one.
Okay.
We should come up with one strike on the small bell.
Well, you told me to stop when I make.
That should have been the quarter hour. Now we'll go along and see if we can get the other two. Wonders will never cease. It worked. Let's try 3. This is quarter to the hour. We got interrupted there with the Westminster going, so we still have the hour to go. The 4 bells, 4 on the large bell, and whatever the hour happens to be.
Final room in the basement here. I think the actual basement.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is awesome.
Look at this. They have an old like country style bar right as you walk in here.
That's so cool. Not without its clocks. This one looks more modernly finished though, right? Like if you look at this, everything up top is more rounded and sharp.
Sadly, it's broken.
Oh,
But this is an accordion here that they
that's
had.
so cool.
Look at that. They had their clocks. Little birdhouse he made in the back there. And it looks like a shots girl.
Yeah.
Look at all the decorative bottles and shot glasses they had on the top of the bar there. Oh, nice IPA. Labatt's IPA. That's an old bottle from
That's so
London,
cool.
Canada. Raspberry schnapps. Looks like an old door here. And oh, here's the collection right here. All their old wine and liquor bottles. It looks like the shelves have rotted, but you can see this would have been at one point like a fully stocked cellar here. Like the big jugs for fermenting wine and such. A lot of it's broken because it's fallen down over the years. But some of them still have some liquid inside. And they have some pickles. Looks like some other types of vegetables that have been preserved. Some sauerkraut maybe. Casing for like a grandfather clock. Perhaps the one that he was writing about in his actual workshop.
Right. Yeah.
You can see it like opened up here. This is like the casing. Very neat.
That's so cool.
Oh, I'm like running into cobwebs here. This would have housed like cigars, this House of Lords Imperial Tobacco Sales Company. That's so cool. Oh man, that is creepy.
Why would you keep that in your house?
The little butler. Dowels are the weights for a grandfather clock. Feel how heavy that is.
That is actually exceptionally heavy. I did not think it would be that heavy. New and improved school for the Parlor Organ. Oh, I wonder if there would have been an old organ down here, and he would have he would have played it to entertain guests. Said bloom for thee at earliest blush of dawn.
Oh, it even has like the lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Snooker table they had here. And as you could have guessed, it's littered in clocks that this guy was working on.
Yeah, I'm sure it's no surprise at this point.
Look at that though. Like if this was something that he made by hand, just imagine the hours spent on a design like this. And it looks like this door opens and a little guy might have come out.
With no signs of anyone having visited the property in years, why this house still has power remains a mystery. It's possible the city just forgot to cut the wires, or perhaps the family prepaid their utilities a few years in advance and have unused electricity credit. Or maybe the daughter still pays the bill in an attempt to preserve the memories and warmth this house once had. For now, this house remains cold and abandoned, a trove of treasures lost to time.